Alright, welcome back. And last time we left off with our character crouching, but now we're actually going to add some animations to make that crouch look good. Alright, so what we're going to actually do is we're going to actually create another blend space. We're going to right click, go to the TPS map 1, your first tab, and then we're going to actually go to animation, blend space, and you want to click your Ue4 mannequin skeleton, and let's just call this crouch underscore idle underscore walk. Alright, hit enter. Alright, and you want to go into that, double click that, and up here we're going to do the same thing we did with the other blend space. We're going to call this direction, and then we're going to give this a negative 180 and a positive 180. We're going to give this a number of grid divisions. We're going to give that 8. Interpolation, we're not going to mess around with this yet. We'll mess around with this one a little later. So first, let's go give this our speed. And then this is going to be our minimum is going to be 0, and our maximum for our crouch is going to be 300. This we're only going to need 4 grids. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just type crouch, and then find your crouch idle. No, not this one right here. And we're going to drag these and place these all at the bottom here, just like we did in our other blend space. There should be, I think, 9. Alright, drag them all down. And then once those are there, then we're going to do our, let's see, we need our crouch walk forward. So crouch, keep it, there's a lot, so crouch walk forward loop. So you're going to drag that up here. And then we're going to go down farther, and we're going to get our crouch walk left 135. So remember, you have your 45 degree here, 90 degree here, 135 here, and then we'll put our backwards over here. So we have our 45. This is left 45, then just the left strafe 90 degrees. Then we're going to go with our right, so walk right 135, that would be here. Walk right 45 here, and then our 90 here. Now we'll just find our crouch walk backwards. So crouch walk backwards start, we don't want that. We want our crouch walk forward. No, we don't want that. Crouch walk forward loop. Where are you backwards? There are a lot. Over here. This is the start again. Where are you? Oh, here we are. Crouch walk backward new. Alright, so you want to just stick that all the way to your left and all the way to your right. Alright, and then if you grab this little green little triangle and click shift, and you can actually shift click it, and then you can see how he transitions really well, you know. Very nice. Yep, looks good. Alright. Alright, so we are good there. Alright, so now I want to just save it. Now we'll go into our anim graph. Alright, so we want to go into our locomotion. Now we want to just drag our crouch idle walk blend space in right here. Alright, so then what you want to do is do the same thing you did here. Very simple. Just drag over, then back up, and then all we need to do is type basically you can drag it right to there where it has that little green check mark, and that will say yes, he is crouched. And we'll go back and do what we did before with the not. So get and then type not boolean, so he's not crouched. So we'll transition back. Alright, so now that we have that, we want to go back into our locomotion, and then this one is again same as this. If you're in this crouch idle, you don't want to transition to your actually, crouch idle walk. You're actually idle, your walk state to until you actually could name this probably just crouch walk. Idle walk probably is a little confusing because you already have crouch idle here, but you can actually do it just like that. So what we'll do here is we'll just want to get our speed and then just add a float greater than. So you want to find that little, say float is greater than this other float. So you want, if your speed is greater than 1, we'll give it, then you can transition from your idle crouch to your crouch walk. And then you want to go back, and then we want to transition back, and then the same thing, drag your speed, get your speed, and then we want to float less than, and we'll give that less than 1. So if it's less than 1, then we will transition back into our just normal standing still crouch pose. Alright, so we have that. And for now, let's actually rename this to just crouch underscore walk. So it's a little less confusing. Alright, so now if we compile that and save it, we actually have to do one more thing, and that is if you check into your blend, double click in your blend space, it needs a speed and a direction. So what you can do is you can just drag over your direction like that, and drag over your speed, and then bring this up, make it nice and clear to see, nice and pretty. Alright, so now we compile, save. Let's control shift save here, so make sure everything is saved, and then we can hit play, and then as we go into our crouch state, now look at that, very nice, blends really well. But the only issue we have here is, one, we can definitely make our capsule component a little smaller. I mean, it seems fine. I mean, it's definitely way big, a lot bigger for him when he's in the standing still idle and standing still crouch pose. But when he gets up, you can see it's almost as big as him. So what we can do first, the way we can fix that, is we can go into our character, go to our character movement, type our crouch, and then just kind of go to our crouched half height and bring that to, say, 65. The problem with making it smaller is that the camera becomes more jerky, because I guess the camera is kind of trying to find where, this center part of the capsule component is, I guess, or where your character is, and then if the capsule component's a little bigger, it doesn't seem to have that crazy jerkiness. So if you go back to it and then bring it back up, oops. Again, I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what I seem to see. It doesn't seem as bad, so I'm just going to leave it there for now, and then I can tweak the capsule component, and you can decide what you want to do. It's really up to you guys. Little fine-tuning stuff is really up to you. But the one other issue is that if you notice, when we do go into crouch, we are fine, and it looks really good. But the issue is, right when I let go of crouch, look at that, it looks really bad. He just kind of just jumps back into position. It's not, it's not really that great on the eyes. So what you can do is you can actually go back into your blend space, escape out, go into your blend space, and in this interpolation, as we were talking about before, this will actually like give a little bit of, I guess, a delay going into the actual, when you're starting off your blend space. So we're going to give this a 1.0. I feel like that works best. And you can save it, go back into play. And as you see, you're running around, you go into your crouch, it looks nice and smooth. Now when I let go, look at that. It has a nice blend back into the just standing still crouch pose, And then, and he actually, when he starts walking, he gives a little, it's a little bit of delay when he takes his first step, but I think it looks good that way. And then you can actually get back into run, and I have to say it looks really good. So on that, I am going to say goodbye, and I will see you guys in the next one.